All right, so we've done a good job of procrastinating for a while at doing this, but really we were doing this to procrastinate from doing that. So, chicken and egg. But I think it's time. I think what we're going to do is build this whole thing up. I think we're going to make it more or less a sheer cliff. And I kind of feel like we're going to take most of the grass out of here because I want this to just be a foreboding island of mostly just rock. So I think in this episode, we're going to try to get the cliffs done. I think we're going to try to clean up that cliff a little bit. I think we're going to take the bridge out. I think we're going to have to clean up this edge for sure. And then, of course, we're going to have to bring all of this down so it's pretty flat. And I'm not sure if we're going to do this in this episode today, but I definitely think we're going to have to pull this back a little bit. As much as I hate the idea of it, it doesn't really make sense for the prison to only be 15 feet away, right? I can't swim to save my life, literally, but even I could swim that far. So that's not good, unless it's at least a sheer cliff. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this. I know I don't get very many comments, but if you could comment, like, are the time lapses fun or not? I think the time lapses are fun, but I just saw a video, I think Grian, and he did a time lapse, and he was saying how everyone skips his time lapses. So maybe people don't like time lapses as much as I do, but I like them. Progress has been made. I'm not sure why this always happens to me, but almost every time I start recording, it all of a sudden is nighttime. That took a while. I think I've gotten a little bit faster at it since I did the other side, so this was much quicker. So I shaved it down and I'm going to shape it a little bit better than this. So I need to open this up a little bit still. But now that I see how far this goes back, I probably don't have to cut this back, which is really good. But I do have to tear this back. There's just no getting around that. This has to come back because that's just way too tight. And not just because I always fly through it and whack my head on the wall, but also because it's just not good enough. So I'm going to tear this down probably to like right here. Might tear this a little bit too, a little bit of an angle there. Yeah, I think I will. I hate to do it because I'm so tired of cutting this stuff down, but I think I will. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I'll go one more here and then go two there. Yeah. Yep, this is it. This is okay. Okay, so I'm going to do this off camera, but the other thing, let me just show you something. And I didn't even collect all of the drops. I collected a lot of the drops, but not all of them. And you can just see it's just shulker box full. This whole thing. And then don't forget we have all of the shulker boxes down here. There's just so many shulker boxes down there. Of course, they're not rendering in right now, but there's 20 of them or something down there. There's another 10 or 15 over on that side. There's 10 or 15 up there. There's shulker boxes all over the kingdom, and I have to figure that out. I procrastinated from my procrastination by cleaning this up a little bit. Pulled that down, pulled this across. I might go a little bit further here, but this was okay for what I was doing. I might not need to do anything here. Maybe I'll just clean this up after I put the cliffs in. This, on the other hand, is not looking bad. Well, okay, it's looking terrible. The time has come to build some cliffs. Now, the problem I'm running into is I kind of don't have a lot of materials. I have a ton of stone, but I don't have any of the other colors. I don't have hardly any tuff, and I'm running a little low on cobbled deep slate. Obviously, I can get blackstone, no problem, but I don't want to go too dark at the bottom. I like the idea of having blackstone at the bottom to kind of make the rocks look wet. I have an idea, and I know it's going to sound like procrastination, but I assure you it's not very much. I have been thinking a little bit about the stronghold where our end portal's at and how I've been wanting to clean that up anyway. So maybe we go over there with a beacon and we just completely clear out that stronghold. I like the idea of that because I would like to get all of that block. The block in there is really nice, the mossy cobble and stuff. It's not quite as urgent now that we have a moss farm, but it's always nice to have one of those. And honestly, it's just kind of a fun way to do what I have to do, which is collect a bunch of tuff and a bunch of deep slate. I probably don't need the deep slate. I probably have enough of this. Probably. But I definitely don't have enough tuff. Do we have one left? Okay, we do. We are definitely going to have to do the thing that I don't want to do, which is create a skeleton farm for withers and then go kill some more withers. I'm not sure if I ever explained that. If I didn't, I apologize, but I killed a bunch of withers very, very early on by getting them blocked into the bedrock, which there's a very specific spot you can do that. It's near World Spawn. There may be other places, but the one that I know of is by World Spawn. One of these days we'll have to kill some wither skeletons and go back over there and get a bunch more beacons. I sort of thought I had way more than I would ever use, because I killed, I don't know, 20 of them or something. I just did a crazy amount of them, I thought. But now I'm seeing that it wasn't as crazy, and we probably should get a bunch more. Nether insurance. I forgot I named it that. Okay, that's funny. Sometimes I make myself laugh. Okay, this will give me a little room for more shulkers if I need it. Oh yeah, I forgot I did this too. Good for me. Huh. This is weird. Okay, so to me it makes sense to come down right here. Yep, I thought of what I forgot. I forgot glass. And what's funny is I picked up that glass and it didn't even make me think of it. That's all right. We forgot a bunch of stuff. We always do. I try not to be stupid, but sometimes I'm just stupid. I can't believe we have to go all the way back home. Okay, well, you guys don't want to watch this. I'm just going to make a beacon at the bottom of the world, and I'm going to put a glass elevator all the way up. That way the beacon can go up through it. That just looks a lot better than that. I might just dye all my shulker boxes. While I'm giving ideas away for free, there should be a way to craft a portable beacon. It should be extremely expensive. It should cost the same amount of blocks that a real beacon costs. And maybe it should be netherite. It should be like very expensive. Diamonds. It can be diamonds, I think. But the idea is once you have it, then you can carry it with you. It's the size of this beacon right here. It's just one block, but it's crafted. That would be glorious. Progress has been made. Okay, so now... All right, so now I could put an elevator coming down here. And it will be easier to build. You go faster with the beacon, which is kind of my point. But it still won't be fun to watch. I have my 3D printer going, so I can't record very much right now because it's pretty loud. But I thought about using these iron bars, and it worked. I'm actually a little surprised, but also sort of happy. So I think that's going to be a nice way to do this. So my plan for today, and I probably won't record much of it because, again, 3D printer, but I'm going to dig down about 10 blocks, and then I'm just going to start collecting tuff and deep slate, probably for quite a few hours. So that'll be mostly everything I do. I think I'll only come back in when I'm done. I thought about time-lapsing it, but this has already been time-lapsey, so I'm going to skip the time-lapse. But if you guys love time-lapses as much as I do, say so in the comments, and I'll do more time-lapses. I'm not bored of them. So my 3D printer is going in the background, so I apologize for this. But I have 2 Silk Touch pickaxes now. I went back and I got some dye, and I got myself another pickaxe. It's totally worth it. But I was thinking now I should call them number 1 and number 2. And then as soon as I thought of number 1, I thought, oh, I have an even better idea. So 1 can be Riker. And then this is a pickaxe. So I could call it Picard. Okay. It's punny, but if nobody laughed at that, then you guys you don't have a soul. Well, it turns out I did 2 Silk Touches, which is fine. But what I actually wanted was Fortune. So I had to come all the way back over here and remake another pickaxe. This time we'll do 2 Fortune pickaxes. And I should have named them when I was putting this one together because now I'm going to waste a bunch of levels. But it's easy to get levels now. So if I'm going to do Riker and Picard, should I do... I don't know. Do I like Kirk and Spock or something? Does that make any sense for Fortune pickaxes? I've never seen anyone in a YouTube video do this, so maybe I'll just do this. But maybe since they're Fortune pickaxes, I could do subscribe and like. And then if you guys follow that good advice, then I will get a fortune. Oh, and don't forget, you will also reap the benefits because I will buy a Lamborghini for somebody. Don't forget about that. That's real. It's a long ways off, but it's real. Hopefully by the time it happens, they'll still be making Lamborghinis. You might be wondering, why do I want to have Fortune instead of Silk Touch? It's because of the Deep Slate. Cobbled Deep Slate is better than regular Deep Slate. All right, back to the grind. I have to fix this portal. It's really annoying me, and I just don't understand why it's not working. I'm going to do the math and see if maybe I just have the math a little bit broken. I don't exactly understand how portals work, but let's just see. Let's just see if we have it way off in the nether. It's a little off. Ugh, I don't have a flint and steel. Of course I don't. Oh, where can I get a flint and steel? Oh, you know what? I know exactly where I can get some iron. That's hilarious. Do you remember? Okay, maybe you didn't watch this episode, but the episode where I did the piglin bartering farm and I kept calling it the hoglin bartering farm. I must have been tired that day. Anyway, I was making fun of the iron ingots because I'm like, what am I ever going to do with these? Well, well, well. Look how the turntables. Now I want them. Look at that. People said it couldn't be done. Actually, I don't know anybody who said it couldn't be done. But if anyone said it couldn't be done, I think I just proved you wrong. All right. Well, let's hope this worked. Let's hope this worked. And if it didn't, we might die, actually. Oh, that would be less than good. Especially because I don't have... Oh, you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it, to be honest with you. Let's just try to get through this. Just not die. That's my goal. Let's just not die. Let's eat some food just in case we get hurt, though. At least we're going into the overworld. That's not as scary. Oh, look at that. It worked. All right, now that we have the portal fixed, which is much better, we can use our new pickaxes and get back to the grind. I'm sure you can hear my 3D printer in the background, so I'm going to be quick about this, but here's the progress that I've made so far. This here was a nice big chunk of tuff, and it kind of came all the way up to here. So I think this right here, all by itself, almost filled a shulker box. And there was another vein almost this big right up here somewhere, and that filled up almost a shulker box. So between those two veins, I've gotten probably close to as much as I need. I think I have something like 3 shulker boxes now, plus whatever I had back at the shop. So I think that's probably close to good enough to get a start. This isn't very pleasant because it's so slow going. And on top of that, I didn't think of this, but because it's so close to the stronghold, a lot of this has been infested. So I've been attacking silverfish pretty much this whole time. I hope that ends pretty soon. I haven't seen any, probably in 2 layers, so I might be done with the silverfish. So that would be nice going forward. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here as far as digging down goes. I was gonna think about going all the way down to the bottom of this tough vein, but I'm getting a little lazy, and my pickaxe. Oh, where's my other pickaxe? So subscribe is almost broken, and like is, I probably have like 1 or 2 blocks left before it breaks. Fortunately, I noticed it just before it was too late. Okay, I was really excited about getting these walls built up and making this look like a beautiful island, but the prep work just took so much longer than I thought, and I'm already at about 17 minutes. So I feel like we're just going to have to hold this off until the next episode. But hopefully you enjoyed the prep work. Hopefully I made you laugh a little bit. Hopefully you'll follow the advice of the pickaxes and like and subscribe. This is just editing Tobin here, and I'm using a different bit of footage, so that's why my camera's not quite making a lot of sense. So I was talking about something else. Hopefully you didn't catch on to that. But I don't want to give away what the island looked like. But I will tell you this, I've already finished a lot of it. We still have to make it a little bit prettier, but I think you're going to enjoy the next episode. We're going to get a lot done, so look forward to showing you that. Right here, I'm describing how I want all of this to look. So it's actually kind of funny for me to be talking over this when it's really not at all what I'm talking about right now. So hopefully you're getting a kick out of, I'm clearly talking about one thing, but also talking about another. So anyway, thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And next episode is going to be even better. So I'll see you again next time. Thanks again.